If you are currently buying gold, you are not alone. In fact, you're in good company. You're in billionaire company. That's right. Sam Zell, the founder and chairman of Equity Group Investments, a private investment firm, has just bought gold. Now, this is a guy who historically has been poo pooing on gold, similar in the way that you might think Warren Buffett would, in the way that he kind of disparages gold. But check this out here. This comes from an interview with Bloomberg TV. And it goes, and these are just some bullet points from the interview. Well, before then, let's get a bit of a preface on Mr. Zell. He has some investment experience as having founded the group more than half a century ago and investing his way to a net worth north of a billion US dollars. He spoke to Bloomberg TV on inflation, questions if it is transitory. And he says, oh boy, we're seeing it all over the place. You read about lumber prices, we're seeing it in all of our businesses. Again, I'm going to pause right here. I've talked about the value chain quite a bit on this channel, and we've seen it hit commodities. We've seen it hit manufacturing when we take a look at the ISM manufacturing data. And even now, we're starting to see it hit customer prices and in some industries already. And we already have heard from Procter and Gamble and Coke that they'll be raising prices by the end of the year or at the start of 2022. So prices have been hitting consumers already, but in other industries and other businesses, get ready because if you buy Coke products or if you buy Procter and Gamble products, you might start to see some prices being raised later on in the year. So let's continue. The obvious bottlenecks in the supply chain arena are pushing up prices. It's very reminiscent of the 70s. So then they ask him, well, what is his trade? And apparently he has bought gold. And he says, obviously, one of the natural reactions is to buy gold. And then he says, it feels very funny because I've spent my career talking about why would you want to own gold? It has no income. It costs to store. And yet, when you see the debasement of the currency, you say, what am I going to hold on to? Zell says he is also concerned about the US dollar and other fiat currency, similar to all of us here on this channel. So, guys, do I think that inflation right now is transitory? I'll actually say no. I think that there are parts of the economy that, yes, we're seeing some bottlenecks here and there, or I'm not here and there, but we are seeing bottlenecks. True, but I'm also a um, a proponent of the quantity theory of money, where you have the um, monetary stock or the money stock M2 being increased pretty aggressively in 2020, and then you can also say even in 2021 with the final stimulus that was put out there, and then you're going to start seeing more and more um, people spending money with the velocity of currency by the end of the year. Again, we've seen statements from consumer sentiment and other points of data stating that high prices will not stop consumers from buying. And it looks like we also have businesses who are trying to court workers back into industry by raising some wages here and there. So when you raise those wages, it's going to hit the products that people are consuming, and those people are going to be buying those, especially when the economy really starts to reopen. So I don't necessarily think it's just transitory. I think we're going to start to see inflation continue to rise. Now, it's all a matter of when will the Fed raise the federal funds rate. That to me is when we need to start getting a little bit concerned about, okay, is silver and gold going to continue to rise as aggressively as they were prior to the Fed raising the federal funds rate? So that's the one thing that we have to keep our eyes on. So, guys, it is really great to see that we have people who have been historically against gold getting into the gold space and the general precious metal space, as we're starting to see forums and subreddits like Wall Street Silver develop. The information is getting out there. Let's keep our foot on the bears' necks. And thanks again for watching. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you're new. It's Black Bullion for goldandsilvertoday.com.